6 years ago, I took my son Marcus to a chain restaurant for his 12th birthday. Marcus's autism. Loud environments overwhelm him completely, so I've developed a system. We arrive at 2 in the afternoon when the dining room sits nearly empty. I bring his noise-canceling headphones, the worn superhero blanket he's carried since kindergarten, and a laminated card I designed explaining his condition and what helps him stay regulated. That Tuesday, we claimed our usual corner booth. Marcus immediately began organizing the sugar packets by color, humming softly. The restaurant held maybe 3 other occupied tables. Perfect conditions. Our server approached with slicked back hair and a smirk that made my stomach tighten. I handed him the card with a polite smile. He barely glanced at it before responding. Yeah, cool. Special needs kid. Got it. My jaw clenched, but Marcus hadn't noticed. He continued his careful arrangement of pink, white, and blue packets. 15 minutes later, our server returned with plates that he dropped onto the table with shocking force. The silverware bounced. Marcus flinched violently, and his fork clattered to the floor. The server actually laughed. A short, mocking sound. Whoa, dude, relax. It's just food. I took a measured breath and retrieved the fork from under the table. Could we get a clean one, please? He sighed like I'd asked him to climb Everest, then returned moments later and practically threw the replacement fork onto the table. Marcus began rocking. Back and forth, the motion that signals his stress levels climbing toward meltdown territory. I focused on cutting his chicken into the small, uniform pieces he needs, speaking softly, trying to ground him. The server returned to refill our water glasses. He leaned down close to Marcus's face and spoke in an exaggerated baby voice that made my blood freeze. You gonna make it, buddy? Huh? You okay there, champ? Marcus pulled his blanket completely over his head. I stood up. My voice came out quiet, but each word carried the weight of every cruel comment, every judgmental stare, every moment someone had treated my son as less than human. Does mocking a child make you feel powerful? Is your life so empty that bullying a 12-year-old gives you some sense of worth? His smirk vanished. Heads turned at nearby tables. He tried to laugh it off. Lady, I was just joking around. No, you were being cruel. You saw the card. You understood he needed patience and respect. Instead, you chose humiliation. That's not humor. That's you revealing exactly who you are. The manager materialized within seconds. An older man with wire-rimmed glasses and genuine concern in his expression. He asked what happened. I handed him the card, then gestured under the table where Marcus now sat on the floor, rocking and crying quietly. The manager's face drained of color. He looked at the server, then back at me. I'm so sorry. This is completely unacceptable. He apologized repeatedly while directing the server to the back office immediately. The young man opened his mouth to protest, but the manager's expression silenced him. We left without paying. The manager insisted the meal was complimentary and apologized again. As we headed toward the exit, an elderly woman with white curls stopped me near the door. She took my hand firmly. I heard everything. You're an exceptional mother. Never apologize for protecting your child. I cried in the car. Marcus asked why I was sad. I'm not sad, sweetheart. I'm proud. He didn't fully understand, but he held my hand during the entire drive home. 2 days later, the manager called. The server had been terminated. He said he wished more parents advocated as clearly as I had. I thanked him and ended the call. Here's what I learned that afternoon. Silence protects no one. For years, I'd absorbed thoughtless comments and careless behavior, prioritizing politeness over my son's dignity. That day, something shifted. Marcus deserved better than my quiet acceptance of cruelty disguised as jokes. The hardest part of parenting a child with autism isn't the meltdowns or the sleepless nights or the endless therapy appointments. It's watching the world treat your child as an inconvenience, as something to be mocked rather than understood. But we teach people how to treat us, and more importantly, we teach them how to treat our children. I'm not proud of being rude. I'm proud of being clear, of drawing a line and defending it without apology. What would you have done in that moment? Would you have stayed silent to avoid confrontation or spoken up regardless of who was watching? Drop your thoughts below, and if this resonated with you, subscribe because we need to keep having these conversations about dignity, respect, and standing up for those who can't always stand up for themselves.